Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend investing is all about. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 picks that I decided to buy more fractional shares of. And what we're looking at right now, this is my taxable M1 stock brokerage account. We can see over the last month that we've had a return of 1.08%. And I was actually surprised by that. I thought for the month that we would be down. We look at the last week, and that's kind of what we are remembering right now. And the last week, we've gone down 1.29%. I think we had a little bit of a recovery today, 0.57%. So the last couple of days have not been great in the market. But of course, these are buying opportunities, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and jump into the activity log so we can see what those 5 stocks are. And I'll also show you the effect that these buys had on my dividend income. Of course, it's going to increase it because I bought some fractional shares of those 5 companies. We can see there's 6 buys here in the summary, and the reason is that this morning I woke up and had a dividend from Cisco for $12.35. So that $12.35 is going to be dripped right back into Cisco, and we'll see how that dividend is going to increase for the next time as well. So clicking on the 6 buys, and this is live from this morning, and here is the first pick: Costco for $20, and then Starbucks for $20, BlackRock next up $20, and here is Cisco for the $12.35. That is that dividend drip. And then Home Depot $20, and then McDonald's for $20. I know a lot of people will say, well, why are you buying Costco right now? And the reason is there never really seems to be a time when Costco is truly on sale. So I just threw it in there because Costco, to me, is a growth stock with, I think, great potential now, and as well 10, 20 years from now. I don't think Costco is going to be ever really on sale, and there's going to be just a very modest increase in my dividend as well. We may not even see an increase it may be just be a penny. We'll see how it moves the needle with that $20. But Costco also pays a special dividend every couple years, and even this $20 will be more significant when Costco pays that special dividend, plus just the growth potential of the stock itself. So we'll go ahead and click on done here. We're going to jump to my Google Docs spreadsheet, and we'll go there right now. And this shows all the stocks that are in my portfolio. You can also see it here in the holdings tab. And we're going to grab some data from here in just a moment. And if you're curious what's in my dividend portfolio to see from an M1 perspective, I'll leave a link below to that so you can see my pies. And also I'll leave a link below to this tracking sheet. I know some people pay for an actual service or they use an app. And to me, I think this is actually superior to it in every way. And it's a free thing, and you can also, it'll be instantaneous when you grab data from M1. You'll just have to put in your own stocks. That's the only trick to it. But you can see here it tracks. I have the company ticker symbol, the share price. It uses a simple Google Finance function, and then the average share price, that's pulled with a VLOOKUP from the M1 data tab. Same with the number of shares. Market value is just simple, shares times the share price. And then here's my cost basis. It's using another VLOOKUP from the M1 data tab. We'll go over that in just a second. Here's my gain or loss for each position expressed in dollars. Here you can see the percent in expressed in a percentage, and then here is the dividends per share. This is quarterly, except for my 2 monthly pairs, which are O and BST in the blue, and then SCHD is in purple because it's variable every single quarter. They change that quarterly dividend. And then here is the current yield percentage, and here's the yield on my cost. And some of these are pretty different. Like when you look at like an XOM, Exxon, you can see the current yield percentage is 3.3%. But here's my yield on cost because I bought Exxon at a much lower share price than it is right now at that 115. And I bought mostly shares back during COVID, back during the pandemic when it went into the 40s. So that's reap benefits for me. And here is the current pay date. And of course I have everything sorted by the pay date because I want to see when I'm going to get paid. And we'll check out the current dividends. I have not received the Oracle one yet, but I put it in there because I know I'm going to receive $545. So far in the month I've received $1,057.06. And there are also a couple dividends left to pay me, and those are for Oracle, JP Morgan, and BST, so not done yet. And on this sheet, it shows the total dividends have been paid to me. Like you can see for SCHD, over $5,400 have been paid to me. I also track the dividend increase annually, and SCHD, when you added up all its dividends compared to the prior year, it was a 4% increase. I think it's going to be higher comparing 2024 to 2023, but we haven't received all our dividends in 2024, so that has not been changed. But you can see look at the dividend increase that was given, like Nvidia. They increased their dividend by 150%, but of course they pay a tiny dividend. But some others you can see are 7%, 12%. Anything over 5% is going to be in the green. You can see at SCHD not making the cut there. Kimberly-Clark under the 5% threshold. And things like Realty Income, they don't increase their, they actually increase their dividend more than annually, but I put variable for them. But we can see like Oracle, they seem to do it every other year. And then BST they have not increased their dividend for quite some time. And look at like Digital Realty, it's been a few years for them as well. But they consistently pay their dividends, so I've hung on to them. They've also appreciated with their share price, so I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway. But if any of these companies cut their dividend, they'll be cut out of my portfolio. That's one of the main rules that I have for them. So what we're going to do next is we're going to import that data from these buys from M1. We're going to pull it from the holdings tab here, and we're not going to import it quite yet, but I'm just going to show you what I do. So I grab the data from the largest to the smallest, and we're going to see change over here is the next dividend for Home Depot, McDonald's, BlackRock, Costco, and Starbucks are going to change. Also, the monthly cash flow average is going to change. Let's put in the 998.58. It's going to change very subtly. We're also going to see Cisco, that 1235 is going to go up because we're dripping that 1235 back into Cisco. So it's going to buy approximately a quarter share around there of Cisco. So it's going to be about a quarter of 40 cents. Adding to the 1235. So let's go ahead and import that into the M1 data tab. So I already grabbed the data from M1, and all I do is I paste this in here, paste special into this column, and it's going to grab three values. It's going to update the shares for the 6 positions where there was a change, and it's going to change their average cost and those values here, the cost and average here. So we'll go to the dividend tab, dividend portfolio tab. We're going to see those change here one by one. So Home Depot, the old dividend or next dividend, it was $9.47. Now it's going to be $9.59. We can see for McDonald's $12.49, and now it's going to be $12.62. And these are going to be September payers. And then BlackRock getting close to that $10 mark, which would put it in the green at $9.71 in September. Let's take a look at Cisco. So it just paid me $12.35 this morning. So in October, 3 months from now, it'll be paying me $12.46. That's if I don't buy more shares. So we can see that increase there. And then Costco, it did increase by a whole 3 cents. So instead of 286, it'll be 289 in August 10th. And we just snuck it in before that ex-dividend date. And then the last one is Starbucks, getting close to that $10 mark as well, like BlackRock, from $9.56 and then $9.72 in August 31st. Let's go down to the monthly cash flow average, going from $998.58 to $998.80. So let's take that $998.80 and go to the average monthly dividend tracking tab. Scroll all the way down here, a lot of entries. And I like to track the progress of the income in this portfolio. So with the Cisco dividend drip and $100 deposit, it increased my monthly income by 22 cents going forward. And it would have been a little bit more if I wouldn't have chosen a like Costco, because Costco has a pretty relatively small dividend, so it really didn't move the needle much. But I'm looking for growth from a stock appreciation as well as an income appreciation as well. I know some people will just concentrate on just dividend income paying stocks that pay a high dividend now, but I'm looking for ones that pay a lower dividend today but increase that dividend aggressively for me. So I have some growth in here. It's not just going to be a stagnant amount of income. I need that income to grow for me as well and increase year over year. And then tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up, remember, with that Oracle dividend, and of course that's going to drip back in. Of course it's going to be a very small amount. It's going to be a couple cents, but this all adds up. You can see just in the month of July alone what these increases have brought me. So we're over the $10 mark just in activity in July 2024. And there's also big things that happen as well too. You can see, things where it's a several dollars in increase, and some things are just a few cents. You can see SCHD with that huge dividend announcement, the 82 cents, what that did to my monthly income. But I suspect it's going to have a little bit of a pullback in Q3. But I think Q4 it's going to go rebound right back, and we're going to probably be higher than 82 cents. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Could be overly optimistic with SCHD. So let's go over to the dividend tracker tab. I've been doing these videos since January 2021. Here you can see what the starting portfolio value was when I started doing these videos. And if you're curious of where this portfolio came from, I was just selling things on eBay and Facebook and taking kind of like my extra spending money and then not spending it and putting it into a portfolio. That's really where this started from. And I was just putting in just a little bit at a time, and I got more aggressive with it, where I had equity in a home I no longer own was deployed into this portfolio. And you can see I've kind of pulled back with what I'm depositing into this portfolio. There's the $100 there from this morning. We can see the portfolio value right now. We're at just right at the $250,000 mark at this after just a few years. And we can see here's the dividends paid. And I also track the quarterly progress as well, or regression, because SCHD paid its dividend late, which kind of skewed this. We're going to see a huge rebound in Q3 on this. We can see here's the average monthly dividend, and I think this is really important to track because I look at this portfolio as a paycheck, really, and we can see the monthly dividend increases, how they've been going up, and we can see the monthly increase, how I've increased it just in July alone. It's added $10.17, increased that month over month income of 1.03%, getting close to that $12,000 mark. And here's the annual increase just in July alone. So you can see it's going up and up. We're getting close to that $1,000 mark. But what I suspect could happen is we're going to get over that $1,000 mark, and September could dip below because of SCHD could have that lower dividend. I'm predicting it. It could be in the high 60s to low 70s. We'll see. I could be wrong though. It could be in the 80-cent range again. But I'm just bracing myself for dipping into the $900 again, and then going well over it in December, and it could dip below the $1,000 mark again in Q1 2025, because SDHD historically has paid that low monthly dividend, or that low dividend in Q1. So we've covered that. Let's go over to the total net worth statement over here, and the M1 portfolio that I really focus in on, this portfolio here, this is about 15% of my current net worth. And I kind of focus on this because it's more interesting to people with the individual positions, but really my base of my foundation of my finances is in boring ETFs. You can see I have an IRA over at Vanguard, a small Roth over there as well as a taxable stock brokerage account. You can see it's all on ETFs, no individual positions. Here is my current employer 401k, mostly in an S&P 500 fund. And then here is my IRA at M1, and this is from prior employment, pretty much 25 years of employment. And then here's the dividend portfolio at M1, the taxable one. I have a couple $100 over there at M1, where I'm deploying those $100 deposits like I did this morning. So I'll have to put in some more money soon. Here's my emergency fund over at Synchrony, earning 4.75%. And here's more of short-term money I use to pay bills. And then I own a home, just a simple 3-bed, 2-bath, and just had it built. Actually, it was complete in February. And here is what I owe on it. So I have some quite a bit of home equity, and over 40% equity in the home already. And I have plans of paying that off in the next 2 years. We'll see how I do it. I've thought about even selling this to pay for that, and there's $171,000 in this taxable brokerage account just to wipe it out and really lower my expenses. But we'll see what I do. And here's my liabilities right now on my credit card. This is the balance. Of course, I do not carry a balance. This is just what the balance is. I'm going to pay it off here in the next week, so I do not incur interest on that balance. And here is the current balance on the house, right at $180,000. Here's my total net worth, which has gone down. It was up to the 1.67-ish, and it's gone down. So you can see how much fluctuation I can have within a week, like with like $30,000 of movement up and down. And here's the breakdown of my current net worth. Very heavy in stocks, not too much in home equity, cash, in bonds. And we can see how the breakdown is in pre-tax. So really can't touch that until I'm 59 and a half years old. And here's what I really can touch if something happens, or I want to spend down that money. I'm not going to do that right now. But here's the breakdown from U.S. and international there, if you're curious. And I also track like my average monthly dividend. If I had access to everything, if I were 59 and a half, here's what my average monthly dividend would be for all the stocks I own. And you should probably take a look at this if you have a 401k or IRA. Take a look at what your average monthly dividend is and put that into a sheet. And I'm right at the $3,300 mark for average monthly dividends. I could almost pretty much survive on that without anything else. That's if my home was paid off easily, could live off of that, which is nice to see that. So I'm going to be well prepared into the future. So that's all I had to show you guys. We'll look back and see what the buys were really quick in case you missed it. The 5 buys were Costco, Starbucks, BlackRock, Home Depot, and McDonald's. So let me know in the comments below what you're buying this week, or maybe even next week on Monday. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. If you got value from this video, please click the like button. Also subscribe so you do not miss future videos. Next video will be on Monday, where I let M1 do the picking based on my current allocations. So everyone, I hope you have a great day. Everybody take care.